it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited. Taeyong is back already, which makes me happy. This is a Storm classy performance video. Let's go ahead and see what this is all about. Ooh, dramatic. Ooh, we're getting main dancer, Taeyong.
Cutting through the noise like a razor. I can hear him talking, taking no advice. Another back at time you pay the price. So jump behind my side, all a touchdown flight. Motivated go up on a thunder strike. 너가 선도 못되는 아이라. 걸음이 안 남겨버린 나 sign.
Ooh, I like that change up.
They come alive. Pulling up like a cyclone, make it loud. 묵직한 발걸음을 갈라져버린 땅. 충분하고 나오지 않단 한 번에 drop. On the spark to the flame, I'm on fire tonight. 맘을 찢어버린 범인 목소리는 storm. Make the world shake, earthquake with the heavy drum when I storm. 맘을 찢어버린 범인 목소리는 storm.
I love the snare in there.
Everybody jump when I storm.
Ooh.
Shut it down, 걸음걸이 마치 808 충격에 대비해 now it's a heart attack. I'm real classy and now I'm snapping. It's cold, a real cold lesson. 떨리는 심장 소리를 you can't stop it. 소리 내서 많이
Ooh, okay, Siren.
갈라져버린 cloud 들려버린 sky. Let me stand on the ground 모두 헤집어놔. 발을 딛는 순간 번쩍거리는 spark. Got a dopamine spike. 잠이 못 드는 밤. Pulling up like a cyclone, make it loud. 묵직한 내 발걸음에 갈라져버린 땅. 충분하고 남지 않은 한 번에 drop. On the spark to the flame, I'm on fire tonight.
Ooh, so interesting.
맘을 찢어버린 범인 목소리는 storm. Make the world shake, earthquake with the heavy drum when I storm. 맘을 찢어버린 범인 목소리는 storm with no mercy, no way. Everybody jump when I storm.
Ooh, the electronic part that just came in. Ooh, I wasn't ready for that to be done. Okay, this is what I love about Taeyong. I think that Taeyong just knows who he is as an artist, and he does like so... he does like the most, I think is how I want to word it, because he knows who he is as an artist and he really wants to give it his all. And something that I really loved about this particular song is, I think I mentioned a lot on here that I'm not a huge fan of like hip hop and that kind of thing, but I love to look into like what I do love about a song, even if it's like not necessarily resonating with me right away. And I think the reason that like Taeyong's songs, like certain ones of them really resonate with me, like this one, is because you can tell he had such a hand in certain aspects of the song. Like his presence here was just, what? Like it's one of those things where you just like, it reminds me of like Black on Black in 2018 when, you know, he has this presence and he just stands there and you can just tell he's the leader. And I think that this kind of gave me that same kind of feel and vibe. And so it just made me like pay attention to it and really focus on certain aspects. And I love that we get to see dancer Taeyong. Like I know that he's had some injuries and things like that. It seems like he feels a lot stronger these days and I'm really excited for him there. And what you heard in the background from the very beginning is consistently throughout the entire song changes within the electronic beat. So what I mean by that is there's something that's always going on and always increasing and always building upon each other before you get to the very last chorus. Like it just constantly builds and builds and builds and builds until it's done, which is really interesting because normally in music you kind of want an ebb and flow But the reason that I think it works here is because of Taeyong being that dynamic performer. And there's kind of this like, in the background, there was this like repetitive part that was going on. And then you kind of hear like different, like within that, different storm sounds. Like there was some wind in there in the background at one point, and I was like, oh, this is definitely interesting. And it felt like it was almost like a spark to a storm. And then when we get into the bridge, it's like Taeyong is that storm where everything changed, where the color dynamic changed and everything. And I loved the phrase, I'm a spark, I'm a flame, I'm on fire tonight, which is so true. That is like Taeyong, like his aura. Like, that's how I imagine him all the time. In the chorus, what I really loved, when you were listening to the percussion, was the snare. There was a lot of interesting things with the snare in the chorus. And then as I was listening after that first chorus to the drums, because I noticed the snare, there was so much happening where it sounded like tingy, like parts of the like drum, like the way that the drums percussion was happening, it was like tingy and this, you know, going through everything. It very, very interesting. And in verse 2, I loved the siren because it like just increased like the drama of what was happening before we get into the bridge and everything, which I said the bridge was just giving drama, which I absolutely loved. And that's when it like the power and attention of Black on Black. And I loved when Taeyong like stepped forward in that. It really just brought all the attention like right to that moment, which I thought was so interesting and cool. So tell me what you guys thought about this song. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite part of the song or MV? For me, it has to be that this just, like I said, it just was the presence of Taeyong. Like I could just tell like this is like such an interesting, fun song for him. You know, he has a lot of different facets to his artistry, right? You know, there's been some really fun songs recently that I've loved by him as well, but I like to see the powerful Taeyong as well, which is like one of my favorite things. So tell me your thoughts down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.